after you?" Henry held the door open as I passed him. He gave me a kind smile. All I could give back was a look of cautiousness. What was he up to? Henry shut the door behind us. In front of us was a view of a huge field. On every side were very tall stone-gray walls, but the grass was short and a deep green. Fewer people were out here swinging sticks at balls or kicking a white ball about. "Excuse me, miss, we are new here. Where would it be that we may find some golf clubs, preferably drivers?" The girl, probably 19 or so, in her pink skirt and matching shirt, holding a large yellow ball, smiled, pointing in a direction using 2 fingers. "Just over there, in the equipment space, you will find the balls there as well. Would you like me to show you?" "No, you've been more than adequate. I think we can handle it from here, but thank you." "Alrighty, we'll have fun then." She walked off, giving Henry a glance back as she passed him. Henry was rather eye-catching, I suppose, with his blue eyes and suit. I followed beside Henry to the equipment area where he fiddled in a tall leather container. "Ah, here we go, there's one left. Guess we will share it. I'm not one for games. My dear Vita, golf is not just a game, it is a sport." "That's your opinion. You seem cross at me. Why?" Henry asked. I looked to him sternly as I looked around. There was no one close to us, at least as far as I could see. "You know Colt wanted us to stay together," I whispered harshly. "And so we did. You're here, aren't you?" He chuckled. "You know that's not what I mean. We all need to be together. Colt has his way and I have mine, and I wanted to see every part of this place." "Colt's seeing the inner workings, but I'm seeing the real inner workings. What do you mean?" I asked in a whisper as he replied back in a whisper. "Look around, Vita. What do you see? A few people with sticks and balls, and," Henry pushed, "just walls." "Exactly. Now ask yourself, Vita, why are more people inside than out? It's still pretty chilly for spring, for one." "Yes, that is true, but don't you think the 2 greater possibilities are, 1, they know there's no point in being outside, or 2, it's all a show? They will put those who are better actors on the inside, and the ones that could slip up on the outside away from us." More than likely why Mila kept Colt's attention to the indoors. "Do you really think it's that deep?" "Yes, I do. I was trained, Vita, on how to run a park from the day I could be taught. I'm telling you, this is a park. Your Colt was taught to be a stallion, a great leader, but even he wasn't trained to see what I can see. I don't understand. I mean, what about the townspeople? Even with the water surly, they would slip up. There's too many to control." "How could you, Vita? But that is why I am here, to help you see." Henry smiled, grabbing my arm. In barely a whisper, he spoke. "They are like lambs to the slaughter. They're blind in thinking of what is to come, one by one in a line to death, only thinking of the promise of healing. And I can tell you from what Father had failed at these people may have accomplished with their medical knowledge that is so much worse than death. Trust me," with his other arm holding to a metal bucket of small white balls, then hitting another ball over the wall. Everyone looked our direction for just a moment, then went back to their activities, but Henry's eyes were moving about, but his aim was still precise. "Come, Vita, give it a try." His words were urging, so I stood from the bench and let him wrap himself around me, his arms and hands holding to mine. His peppermint breath next to my ear as he spoke out. "Focus on generating more clubhead speed through a smooth swing. Your swing is always so wild. Use your legs like this." He kicked at my feet till they were where he wanted them, ensuring proper weight transfer. "Also consider ball position." Then he whispered in my ear with a smile. I couldn't see but could tell by his voice it was concentrated. "See that guy over there? Gray shirt, blonde hair? Yeah, muscle boy. That's the one. Think he can take it?" "What?" But before I knew what was happening, Henry and I were in a swing. The club was entirely in Henry's control. I could tell he knew what he was doing as he, "Dear me, I am so sorry. I was trying to teach my friend here golf and, well, are you all right?" The young man picked up the golf ball, smiling. "She has a good swing. I thought I was far enough out from the golf area. If she was any better, she would have clocked my head. It is just as much my fault, but no harm, I'll be fine. Oh, I am so glad. I think we've practiced enough for the day." By now I was by Henry's side. "I am so sorry," I said meekly. "It's fine, I'm tough, but you keep practicing. You might give Dr. Threepwood a run for his money. Oh, by the way, what is your name?" Henry had on his fake smile. "The name's Josh." The young man grabbed Henry's arm in a strong shake. Quite a grip you have, Josh. Do you play golf? Josh hesitated. Oh no, I never was any good at it. I do. Weights mostly. I'd believe that. You said Dr. Threepwood plays golf. Is he around? No, but he's top on the leaderboards, but not for long if she... I'm sorry, your names. Where's my manners? Vida, and I am Henry. It's a pleasure. I see. Well, you both have a fine rest of your day, and no worries, really. Oh no, Josh, I couldn't leave it at that. Sure, it's really no big deal. No, I insist on buying you a drink. Really? Henry smiled. Really? There is the sports club that sells smoothies. Any brews? I'd love a cold one. No, I'm afraid not. Health is the epitome here. Then, smoothie it is. My treat. Well, if you insist. Oh, I do. We all sat at an air-conditioned indoor bar with tons of fresh fruits. The barman looked to us. What will you be having? Henry looked to Josh. What looks good to you? Banana orange is the go-to. That does sound good. What would you like, Vida? I know you like your strawberries. Oh, she does? They can add those to it. Never tried it, but I mean, can you go wrong with fruit? Josh spoke up. Oh, that does sound wonderful. You're right, I haven't tried a bad fruit pairing yet. You okay with that, Vida? I was letting Henry take the lead on this. Sure. I smiled. All right, 3 banana range with added strawberries, if you please, Barney. Henry spoke so sweetly to the barman, reading his name tag. Josh spoke up. While the barman was making them, I'll head to the showers quickly, if you two don't mind. I'll have to get back soon for surgery. Of course, take your time. We will go sit in the booth over there. Josh nodded as we waited for the drinks, making small talk after the drinks were done. Henry took 2, and I took mine, and we waited at the booth as 2 more people walked in ordering. Perfect, Henry whispered as the barman's back was turned. Henry pulled out a medium-sized packet, putting it into the smoothie, mixing it with the straw. No one had seen it. What are you doing? I whispered back. Big boy's just going to be very happy for a short time. He has to do surgeries. I whispered back, just listen and watch. Josh came up from behind. Henry had already adjusted himself. Hey there, man. They are already made. Hope I didn't let y'all's melt. Not at all. Here is yours. I think the strawberries really add a nice touch. See what you think? Josh took a big chug, avoiding the straw. So good I might have to start getting this myself. He wiped his mouth. Henry smiled. So we were talking. You said you had some surgeries you were going to do. What is your specialty? It's not really anything that big. Really just boring. Oh, I'm sure it's not all that boring. Let me guess, does it deal with the heart? Josh took another swig, smirking. Heart? Really? I can't even get a girl to notice me. I wouldn't know what to do with one any better in a surgery. No, that can't be true. You are a nice catch, but if not a heart doctor, what about the brain? Please, Josh rolled his eyes, taking another drink, downing the rest. You really want to know? Oh yes, I most certainly do. Whoa, I feel dizzy. Oh, I hope the ball didn't do this. You did take a big hit to the head. Did I? Yes, don't you remember? Yeah, I guess I forgot. I'm always forgetting. Josh was slurring slightly. Oh dear, you better sit here and relax. You are in no condition to do anything, especially a surgery. You might need to be looked at. But what was it you said you did again? Josh put his hand to his head. I don't remember what I was supposed to say. The bartender came over, noticing something off. Josh, what's going on? Got hit with a ball to the head. Josh replied. Henry looked concerned. It's true, and I'm afraid it's our fault. I think he needs to lay down. He might have a concussion. Come on, Josh. You can use the office to lie down. The bartender helped him up and took him to a back room. Would you like some help? I have it handled. You both should finish the smoothies and get to where you need to be. If you are sure, then we shall do just that. Tell Josh we hope he feels better soon. Josh stammered off with the bartender barely able to help him walk. Barney, the barman, whispering to him, What is up with you? Josh mumbled, I feel sick. Henry sat in the booth, smiling, taking Josh's cup, placing his smoothie in the empty cup. Then switching the cups as he stood, taking a swig as I stood, walking out the door beside him. What was that? He's fine, just some powdered alcohol. No more than a few shots, but a place that doesn't have even a beer. Well, it is hard, but I got what I needed. You did? I didn't hear anything out of the ordinary. Yes, he forgot his lines, or rather remember them to begin with. Are you sure? As soon as he heard our names, he wanted to scoot. He became nervous. I just gave him a little confidence. Don't trust Two Fingers, Vita. I could only reply, not really understanding him, and decided it's safer to ask him later. Risky, Henry smiled. Perhaps chugging down one of these wasn't easy on. We were walking the field back to the gym. Henry was pushing the glass of smoothie up to get the last sip when out of nowhere, a golf ball hit the cup, shattering it into Henry's face. His face was covered in cuts and glass in the wounds. He sat down on the grass as people ran over. "I am so sorry." Henry pulled his teal kerchief from his pocket. His hand was bloody as well. "Are you okay?" I asked Henry. "Talk about karma," he laughed as blood dripped off his nose. The others were looking him over. "You're bleeding pretty bad. We should get you looked at." "Can't you look at him?" I asked. "Well, we are just students. He needs a trained doctor. It's just some stitches. Surely you can do that." "No, we can't. Not without permission from a doctor, that is." "I see. Well then, we better go find one." Henry tried to stand but fell backward. "Oh my," he said. I looked at his hand again. Henry, your artery must be hit. Lay still. Can you hold this tightly?" "I'll go get help." I looked to a young man, easily in his later 20s, black hair, who was seeming the calmest of them all. "Sure," he spoke, but not with confidence. I knew I needed to hurry, especially if Henry's ideas were right. "I'll be fine. Go." Henry looked to me, so I ran with blood covering me to the inside of the gym. It was so loud and full. I finally found Colt, who was in a wrestling match with a very strong man. For a moment, he lost his concentration, seeing me covered in blood. But as soon as he regained control, he body slammed the man to the mat. "Hey man, that was a suplex, totally illegal." The man was trying to suck in a breath when he was laying on the mat sideways. He stopped and stared at me. "Whoa, what's wrong with her?" he whispered. Colt was already by me. "Snowfeather, are you all right?" "Yes, but Henry needs help." Mila looked to the men nearby. "Come on, let's help." Mila and all of us ran to Henry. The man holding to the wound was clearly not holding it tight enough. Blood was still flowing out. And Henry was unconscious. "Idiots!" Colt snapped, grabbing to the wound his handing, becoming cut itself. Finally, the blood slowed. "It's okay," Mila said confidently, taking off a small white belt from her waist, making a tight enough hold on Henry's wrist. That the blood stopped. "All right, listen up, students. This is what we train for, emergencies in the field. Now we need to get him sutured, and he's lost too much blood. We need to go to our blood supply, a liter to him, otherwise he might go cardiac. I'm disappointed in all of you. This wouldn't be necessary if you would have followed instructions clearly. Take him to room 17. I will personally look over Henry," and I called Dr. Threepwood. "He is on his way." She looked over to Colt. "I know you're going to want to come too, and we need to take care of your hand. Don't pull the glass shard out. I don't need 2 emergencies. We have this handled. You might as well go get Dr. Furnius. He can suture you up since I doubt you would trust me to do so. I will wait for you here." Colt looked to me. I was a mess to see. "Let's go get Furnius." I could tell he didn't want to leave my side, but he would only trust Furnius to help. Out of everyone there, Henry was in capable enough hands now with Mila there. I could tell she knew what she was doing medical-wise at least. And I knew Colt wasn't going to leave my side, so I went with him quickly back into the gym, finding Furnius. It was so loud he didn't even hear the commotion from the other side of the gym. Nor did the people. He was shocked to see me. "Vita, are you all right?" "Yes, it's Henry and Colt." He looked at Colt's hand. "It's all right. I can fix this. Just keep the shard of glass in for now. How bad is Henry?" "Bad." "What happened?" "No time. Let's go." Dr. Furnius was slow, but he tried to keep up. Just our luck. We were on the other side of the gym. We made it to the doors, but we had such a long way to go. Mila was running toward the doors, out of breath herself, being at least 50. Henry went into hypovolemic shock. My best team is working on him. Dr. Threepwood is rushing to surgery. He has a fighting chance. We have very little of his blood type, and he will need it. And we shall give all we can. However, Dr. Furnius urged as Mila continued. However, it would give him a better survival rate if we used Vita's plasma and Colt's blood, and perform the procedure. Normally, we would take months to do this properly, but we knew time for Henry was short to begin with, so we figured out many small steps on how to expedite the process. "Vita, if you give us 630 milliliters of plasma, The bare minimum we can ask of her size and weight, we should have just enough for 1 dose of anti-D immunoglobulin. And Colt, if you give us 250 milliliters, it should be enough nanos to destroy Henry's bad ones. I know it's a lot to ask, but are you both willing? I still need time to think, Colt said calmly. Mila was calm herself. I understand, we will not force it upon you, but if Vita could give the plasma, then we could begin preparing it. If you decide to help, if we don't begin this part now, it may be too late to do so. Furnius looked to Mila. Give Henry enough blood to sustain him. From my own calculations, you would only need a vial of blood, if that. I shall suture up Colt's hand here and shall talk on the matter. Please keep us informed as I do. So Dr. Furnius, in his element, was brought to a clean room, number 2 room. T was asked to help in any way she could. The room was filled with all the supply he would need, and then so much more.